represents the foundation, I think, to solve the problems that we have today in the world, which is, I think we need to start with transparency. And so the cryptocurrencies are very transparent in how they work. So if you invest some of your time trying to understand how these things work, you can, in fact, understand how these things work. And I would say that you can invest a lot of your time and you will still not understand how banks work today. So that's something to keep in mind. And if you have a system that provides you with transparency, then if you have transparency, then you can put responsibility on something that is transparent. And if you have responsibility, then you can make people accountable. And this is how I think that this is the only way that we can solve the problems of this world. Starting with transparency, putting on responsibility, and then holding people accountable for what they do. And with the current banking system, you cannot do that. And that's it's not happening. No banker went to jail. Okay, so that's my final thought.
Let me just add for the, so you said when it's going to be used as a currency. I think there's going to be so many different services running on Bitcoin as a backbone, and then someone is going to realize, oh fuck, it's 10 years and it's still the same price, you know. It could be used as currency as well. So, or it is going to be super stable. So, but I think it could be used as a currency, but that's going to be the last thing it's going to be used for.
I would just like to say that I agree with you that it's not enough accountability in the current system, and that's profoundly has to change.
Yeah, but you cannot establish accountability in the current system because it's not transparent. So how can you base your accountability? What are you going to make people accountable for?
I think it could be transparent. I think
you need to start with transparency. Start with transparency. That's a very clear thing. I can support that and defend it hours if you want.
Yeah, but I don't think that that the current system is so complicated it can't be understood. I think it can be.
It is.
It is complicated, not so much that it can't be understood. So it's talking when people are talking more and more about that since the GFC, since 2008. I think that's a good thing. I think that we need to understand the current system more and more, talk about it, talk about alternatives as well, cryptocurrencies as well. But I don't think that's so complicated it can't be understood by an ordinary people. So we need to just follow what's going on accounting books. And one more thing.
You cannot follow what's going on in accounting books.
Of course you can.
You cannot. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Show me one bank revision that follows accounting books. It's a best effort attempt. Yeah? It's best effort attempt. And then you will have scandals that this, Big Four accounting company didn't do that right at that bank and so on and so on. Why? Because it's their best effort. It's not transparent. So you cannot verify it. It's simply not true. It's illusion what you have.
Well, I don't know. I disagree with this. I think people need to start checking what's going on.
But there's no way you can check what's going on in bank to bank. When you get to it's a private company. Even if you're a company who is doing it, even if you're a PwC, you cannot check what's going on. But
regulators could demand that. But the problem is they're colluding. That's one problem. So, yeah.
But what you can check is our private company, Bitnik, right? I mean, there's the machine, right? It was explained earlier how this is done. If you go and buy something, you will get the wallet address, and you can check all our traffic there. And that's actually what TOOLS, usually you know what it means, the tax office did, right? They gave out a statement saying, your books are completely in line with what's reported on blockchain under this address. Therefore, we conclude that you have to whatever accountability or whatever, right? So there's another option there, right? So it's possible to follow this, and this is what also
there's other side of the coin, people also love crypto blockchain technology because of their privacy. People nowadays, they don't like to give their first name, last name, address, blah, blah, blah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, we are talking about one side of coin, and there is also other side of coin, other side of people.
And maybe I would like to also contradict something that someone here said on the stage, or not contradict, but I refuse to accept this, that people cannot be in charge of their own money, right? That they need someone else to hold their money. This is too much of a responsibility for them. Because, I don't know, I think people can change. And this kind of logic could be understood for some other things, like, I don't know, I mean, let's not discuss what freedom means, right? But let's say we had systems that were not free and we had systems that are free. In this case, you would say, okay, but people that come from a non-free system to a free system have a lot more responsibility, and they would not want to do that. Yet, once it comes to this, people adopt. People know that now they are responsible for some of their actions more than they are before. And the same thing can happen with money management. And I think it should. I mean, no one has, I mean, really not a lot of people have good insight of their personal finances nowadays. I think that's quite a problem. I mean, you could if you would work hard for them, but you don't. And I think Bitcoin can help you achieve that as well, right? How much did I spend? Yeah, well, check the blockchain. Everything is there. It's not like in a bank. You don't know because there's some cash, there's no cash. Everything is there.
Well, I think the biggest problem is personal corruption. I mean, with this system, if people would be fair, if they wouldn't be corrupt, it should be alright. That's the biggest problem.
But also, the present system does not teach people about managing their finances. Okay, you go to the primary school, they teach you chemistry, which you don't need, and they don't teach you a bit about their managing their finances. And they should, I think. Yeah, okay, and if they would, what the colleague here described, that the people are not comfortable and they're shaking when it comes to money, this is just a consequence. Because they fear something that is unknown. And managing personal finances is unknown to most of us. That's the fact, because we're not educated. Yeah, you need to learn English or German or whatever. Well, English I don't mind, it's a good thing. But I think that learning... I think we should learn Chinese, English, and Spanish. But I'm sorry, I'm not German.
But if you want to work for banks, obviously German will catch you fire.
No, maybe I disagree. I mean, my choices of languages would be the three that I mentioned. But I think the basic problem goes down to the education system, which does not teach today's citizens how to manage their finances. That's the bottom line, and all the fears and everything is a consequence of that.
Maybe one last thing about the banks. What I really hate is I give them my money and they charge me for that. This is something that, I prefer the Bitcoin wallet. I don't see those monthly insults when they say, oh, you get some interest, and the number is like, what the fuck is this even a number? How are you rounding this to make it a cent or two? And then it's the price for online banking and price for what? For my account being there. And if Bitcoin achieves only that these guys clean their shit up and start doing this differently, it has achieved a lot. But I hope it will achieve more.
Okay, thank you very much to our panelists. Thank you to the audience for great questions. That's what we wanted, some debate. First, round of applause, please. We just got a new sponsor who paid for some more free drinks, so this is Greco, our new sponsor. The organizer. Should wait.
Stand up.
The organizer. Thank you. These guys organized the Central European Bitcoin Conference in Ljubljana in September 2014, and they're organizing a new conference this year in May. in Prague. Also, they set up recently a new BTM in Union Hotel, which is two-way machine, so you can also sell bitcoins there. And yes, they're providing free drinks. Also, I'd like to thank them and thank all the other sponsors, 41 for providing the venue, Sheila for providing no fees on the machine, Bitcoin Foundation for providing free membership for 1 year, and Sheila for providing the first round of free drinks. Also, when the free drinks run out, you'll be able to get drinks for donations, and donations are cheaper if you do them in Bitcoin. So this is, I think, a great chance to start using Bitcoin, install a wallet if you haven't already, buy some Bitcoin for a low price now.
Does this drink paper wallet?
No, you should have a wallet. And you should also try out paying using NFC. It's really cool. You just touch your phone to the tag and then you pay. Try it out. Thank everybody for coming. And we're here. Talk to us. Tell us what you want. And we'll be more events like this. Thank you.